top of the stairs here, there's just a lookout, and what I've noticed is you can see the guardrail of the Bells Liner Road just there, and I'm pretty sure that's where the prisoner of war memorial is. Just as you're heading down the Bez, you can see a car coming there, just as you're heading down the bends towards Lithgow. And Jules has found another track here. The tracks aren't really noticeable because the fire's been through here. I think this is where the loco was hanging off the cliff up here, so Jules is on the lookout for the gouge marks. Can you see any gouge marks in the rock? Was that a yes or a no? Oh, not yet. Or was it just another lookout? Well, have a look out for the gouge marks that they talk about. How do you know it's definitely it? Oh, okay, so this was the original line down here. Yeah. Okay, this is what they spoke about at the signal box being the dead end. Buffers stop. So they put this here now, so no, or back then, so no trains could overshoot the cliff top. Yeah. Imagine operating that. Read it out, Jules. Can you read what we took a picture of yesterday?
Due to the steep grades, inclement weather and poor visibility around the sharp curves, train operation on the zigzag was often hazardous. Fortunately, there were only 3 major incidents between 1868 and 1910. One shown here occurred at 8 p.m. on April 4th, 1901, when a 37 vehicle goods train hauled by a B-class locomotive number 246 ran out of control whilst descending from the Clarence tunnel. On reaching top points, it climbed over the buffers and mounted the rock parapet to become lodged with half the engine suspended over the 152 metre drop into the Ida Falls Gully.
Okay, so this must be the Ida Falls Gully. How big is the drop?
152 metres.
152 metre drop. So the Wangi emission stack's 249 metres. No, sorry, the Wangi emission stack is 76 metres. So it's double the Wangi stack. Or just, yeah, double the Wangi stack. So this must be the gouge marks here. So this must be the parapet. And these are the gouge marks there. So that's one here. Because this is this thing here.
It says 2 other locomotives. The wheel marks in the rock are still visible.
Yeah, I'd say it's these things here. Because this is, they've put this block, the big block here, so no more could overshoot. And I'd say it would be these things here, just down here. This is where they actually got you to stop, and the guy, the volunteer, who used to run the zigzag back then, back in the 90s when we did it, he would explain all this to you. So, alright, Zigzag Brewery. That's where me and Andy went as well, that's still there. It's now, it says the Zigzag Brewery down there, but it also says Blue Mountains Water or Lithgow Water, one of the two. I forget what it says. Okay, better save some video for bottom points. Very interesting. There's the loco there. Look at the size of that. We have started the descend down now to bottom points. So we're walking over one of the viaducts. There's the Great Western, the main line to Lithgow and Sydney. There's a fire extinguisher just down here. Whether or not that was used to fight the fires that have just gone through. And we've got another viaduct in the distance there, and the main one we walked from the top track there. So we'll get some great shots where the little bit of greenery is there where the picnic tables are. So. coming up to the third and final viaduct on the bottom track here that we're just about to walk across. It will then take us over to the picnic area that looks up at the top one. And we're going to pass our old mate that's down on the main line in the car with his other friend now. We haven't seen the train go down there. You know what? I'd say it'd still be blocked because of the fires, Jules. That's what I'm thinking. I'd say they'll be down there repairing the lines. There's a couple of cars down there repairing the lines. There's the viaduct, so you can get underneath it if you had to. And that's where we originally started, where we had to walk down the stairs up there. They're beautiful things. Very well done. This one's come apart. Oh, look at the lizard. Come here. Look at him.
Yeah, one scared me and then
He's hiding just in here.
there was a tight plastic pipe.
What do you think?
Well, I don't know. It's like naked.
We've got one more tunnel to go through, just in the distance there. Third and final viaduct completed. There's one off in the distance there that we've just walked across. We walked across this one here, coming up to the picnic area at the bottom here. Looks like a picnic area, but did the train stop down here? Oh, you know what? I'd say if people walk down from the top, you know those stairs that we've seen?
Oh,
Yeah, I'd say that would have done. Because there's no station down here. Unless the train stopped where the greenery is up here and people hopped off, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it could be that, because that would be a nice day for the picnic.
Oh no, there is a platform down here. There it is. Just a little bit further on. So it did stop here as well.
Yeah, and look, the staircase goes up through there.
Look how awesome that looks up there. Some of the pictures, the great pictures that I see online, are taken from down here. So try to get a whole different, snaps from here, different angles, and see which one comes out the best. Apologise. The Great Zigzag Viaduct. Top track. I thought you were going to bring a picnic lunch.
Oh, was it?
Was that a different adventure? The fire has gone all through there. Look how they put the sandstone beneath the rock wall, Jules, so it doesn't collapse. Four picnic tables that have not been used for a long time, and the fire has ripped through here as well. I'll be surprised if this little information board still has anything on it. Sun's out, very humid. Still going. The number 1 viaduct was first used in 1869. I'll take a picture of this and I'll have a read of that when I get home. Alright, just around this next bend is the tunnel and then Bottom Point Station. G'day sexy, you going my way? I don't think there's any trains coming anytime soon, but I'm going to hop on the back here. I'll piggyback you down. Left the viaduct station there where the picnic tables are. We've now come around the corner to what I'm hoping is the last tunnel before we get down to Bottom Points, but we're still not descending, so once we come out of here, hopefully the descent starts. I've got torch in hand, the Emerald DT70, and we're going to light this up. Jules has taken some pictures of the mouth of it. You got a railing that goes up. Probably another lookout. This one's got a dog leg. This
a water slide.
Yeah, stormwater.
Down to the other track.
Down the bottom. This one's not a long tunnel at all. I can see the light. Yo! Yo! See, even this one being so short, Jules, it's got a manhole here, just in case if you got caught from a moving train. I'm taking pictures. The breeze is beautiful. Probably coming through the camera as well. We've just come out of the last tunnel. I'll be surprised if there's another one. And again, it's like a concrete picnic area, but this is very similar to the one up the top where that dozer was burnt. So this might be for the workmen, the track maintenance people. So when they're working on the track, maybe they use this to have lunch. I don't think people get off here. See the pipe that comes from the top all the way down? Although there is a barbecue on the other side of it. I don't know. I can't remember ever stopping here. We're down here at the rail yards. I just noticed that's up where we were up the top there, where the gents and ladies toilets were, looking down where the water tank was. We're actually looking down from that little point there down to all these places here. So there is a service track that you can come up here, but no one seems to be doing anything. There is windows broken, but this survived, which is a good thing. There's one of the original trains down there. How good does that look? It's open. The fence is open down there. It's a long drop down. But you can see one of the old zigzag railway trains just through there. Okay, not too far now, Jules, because if that's the rail yards there, that's what bottom points is for. They get you out and they give you a bit of a guided tour of inside that shed there, so we shouldn't be too far away now. Watch your step. Something across the lines over there, so no trains will be going anywhere. Looks like there was some sort of station here, but it's burnt down. Maybe this was Bottom Point Station. You reckon this was Bottom Point Station? There is stairs leading down to the rail yard. I heard a noise from in there, but I'm not quite sure if there's a person in there or not. I don't think we'll go in just in case there's people working in there. All these trains here survived. I know, it's just the wind. It looks like it's just the wind. this is severely damaged here. Gimpy. This one's still in good condition. And this nearly got burnt as well. That fire has come all down through here. And these have survived. Thank Christ. It's a big loco. Tasrail. Looks like this is from Tasmania. Train coming. There's Bottom Point Station down there. So it'll just come a different way. Young lady. Freight train. Keep out. So we're not allowed. So this is, I remember coming down here and they took us into those sheds there and I wasn't allowed in because I didn't have shoes on. Oh, we got Thomas. Jules, you're in Thomas. You're in Thomas the tank engine. This one's open. Oh, how beautiful is this? Please take care when opening windows. So I gather these are tourist trains where they take you through, the volunteer will take you through and show you what they were all about. Oh, that's locked. Bow Desert Rail. Bow Desert Rail. The actual main train line here, and there's Zigzag Station, only a tiny station, but there it is right there. So if you ever wondered where Zigzag Station was, it's down in this gorge, mountains on either end. We've just been into the Bow Desert carriages here. I think we'll go through. Did you get a picture of Thomas?
Yeah.
Thomas the tank.
There we go.
It'd be remiss of us not to take a picture of Thomas. He's happy he survived the fire. Okay, let's head off to Bottom Point Station, which is just up here. And then the 40 odd minute walk up the bush track back to Clarence station. Imagine if we had to do the train line all the way back up again, and we're talking up. Oh, this might be the signal box, might not even be Bottom Point station yet. Bottom Point station might be a little bit further on. You could spend a whole day just down here looking at all the trains. Yeah. What we can do is maybe come and have a look again, but instead of doing the complete walk around, just come down the bush track.
Oh look, this is all from the fighters.
Yeah, they were battling it with the hoses here.
This
The
is
state rail
fascinating.
trains. That's how you get to the zigzag station. Bottom Points is just over the over the top here. There it is. And would you believe we have come across a mountain goat? Two mountain goats. Where are they going to go? Are they going to be friendly?
That train's going, is it?
Something's on down here.
Don't fit in it?
Now that could be on the lower track. They could be fixing the lower track. Look, he's going to come over. How are you, kids? Wow, what you doing? I don't have any food for you. If I knew you were here, I would have brought something. Would have stopped in a Macca's or something. Give him a scratch underneath the belly, chin. Is it the mum and the... Yeah, this is the baby one down here. You're going to follow us? You can come with us. We're going to head back up to Clarence station. You thinking about coming up? Yeah, come on.
There was a guy, was I with you or Charlotte? Oh no, Charlotte. And there was a guy doing the river loop with a goat.
How was it?
Yeah.
Alright, Bottom Point station. Alright, let's head back up again. We might come across some guy here because I can hear something down here. Are they? Goats won't leave Jules' alone. Old telephone box. Now if this video stops, you know that we've run out of memory card. I don't know how much we've got left. Know where the fire hose is here to protect Bottom Point station. I gather this might be the walk. I don't know how to get back up on the bush track. We're having trouble finding this track that takes us back up to Clarence station. We've just had a look on the map. Lucky I saved it, and it says it starts from Zigzag station, and Zigzag station was down a little bit further, so we'll head back and down here past our friendly goats. Yeah, we're coming back. Missus? I don't think they're wild. I think there's someone trying. Look, they are jealous, aren't they? The big one's pushing the... He's going nut. He's going nut. If they're going to give us any food, I'm the one that's going to be getting it. Like they're like puppy dogs. That's what? Yeah, I know. Well, I gather the fire brigade was stationed down here, so to save everything that was down here. Okay, once we find this track, we'll start filming again because we're struggling. Okay, we're a little bit confused down here because we've never done it before. So Bottom Point Station is here. For whatever reason, I'm thinking Clarence is back up there, but on the map it says you start the Clarence walk from Zigzag Railway Station. Now Zigzag Railway Station is there, and there's some stairs across the road there. So we're going to start up those stairs and make our way back to Clarence. Alright, we've found a way, so like down the bottom here. This is completely burnt out, so that's why we couldn't find it. The railway workers weren't too happy that we crossed the active line. There's a bridge here that's completely burnt out, but there are stairs that heads right up. So this is the only track I can think of that takes us back to Clarence. Now the rail workers weren't too happy that we're taking this. They're saying all the steps will be burnt out. That could be so, but it's bush. We can bush bash. I've bushwalked many a day, and if there was no stairs here, I'd make my way back through the bush. If anything, it makes it easier for ourselves because the bush is burnt, so we won't get lost. Jules is following the stairs. She'll be happy once we get back to the car. Jules, you tired? We can see the line that we actually walked across up the top there. Jules, there's the burnt out carriage up there. So we're on the opposite side that where we should be. And there's where we come from, Bottom Point Station. And we're climbing these stairs. We're really not sure if these stairs take us back to where we have to do. But we're coming from behind Clarence Station, you know what I mean? We're not coming from the same way that we walked. So we're going to come in from a different way. And again, why build dedicated stairs like this?
I'm not saying that this is not going somewhere.
All right.
Is it going
it's all the
wanting to go?
It's all the fun. And that's definitely the old track up there because I can see one of the carriages up there that was burnt. Yep. Where else would it be? We actually have to follow that track. So you've got a guide of the track being on the other side of the cliff there. Alright, fingers crossed we're going the right way. Okay, we're struggling through the bush here. We've got the Bells Liner Road up here. I've run out of memory card on my Kaiseria. This is what we've had to do to navigate our way back to Clarence Station. We're trekking through the bush. Trees are burnt on all sides of us. Being careful of trees that are ready to fall. And every time we see something like this in the distance, we know we're going the right way. But as long as we keep the Bells Liner Road to our right, slowly but surely, we'll make our way back to the zigzag. But I actually thought that the fire coming through would make it easier to navigate our way back. It's made it near impossible. We don't know which way we've came. See from here, the stairs, I don't know. Oh, there we go, up the top there. Jules, you can see the stairs up the top there. So that's the way we should have came. We come down through here. So that's how difficult it is trying to get our way back. But we have cut such a period of time off coming this way instead of going the original way we came down. So we should be back, fingers crossed, I don't know, half an hour tops. We've come down this track. We have no idea where we're going. We came across a farmhouse with a couple of goats. It's been a lucky day for goats today. We can hear the bells line the road in the distance here, so whether or not we come up behind Clarence station or whether or not we just join the road again and then just walk up to it. Is that what it says? Oops. Sorry, mister. I had no idea we're on your property. Private property, stay out. Well, the roads that...
How far is this Clarence Street?
Now, I just head down here. This driveway has to lead out. This driveway has to lead out to the road, so we see where we go. Alright, we've come down this track here. The Bells Liner Road is here. Private property, keep out. This poor gentleman has lost his home up here. Actually, that might be the Zigzag Railway up there because, or Clarence Station, because it says private property, keep out. But it looks like we've come to the initial tunnel, the first tunnel that we started off. What time do we start? 9:30? At 9:30 we went around through this tunnel here, and this is where the kangaroo is, I think, at the bottom of here. It drops to sheer here. Yeah, there it is. There's the train ahead of us. We've reached it. We've reached it. We've done the walk. We've done the tour. There's a few sketchy moments there. I was being confident for Jules, but I was second guessing myself. But we always had the Bells Liner Road on the right hand side of us, so we couldn't go too far wrong. But the track had just been burnt away. I can't get too close here. The footing is very loose, the soil is very loose. There's a house up here that's been burnt in the fire. I think that may have been part of the Zigzag Railway, I'm not too sure. So now we know what this track's all about. This track is the start of the walk. So you could do the walk from this track here once it gets going in a couple of years' time, all the way down to the Zigzag Railway Station, and then you walk safely across. I gather they would have some sort of tour guide down there or something to help bushwalkers across. And then you walk up to Bottom Point Station, and then you catch the train back up instead of doing the climb again. Wow, what a trip. What's the time, Jules? What's the time? 2:20. So we left at 9:15, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 5-hour trip. 5-hour round trip. We've got a gentleman down the bottom here looking at the station. And this is the gate that's locked, telling you. Okay, Clarence House, private. So that was what was burnt up there, so they lost that in the fire up there. Okay, so there's nothing notifying you. I don't even know if that's the track. The track could be at the back there and we've come a different way. I don't know, I'm just guessing. the bottom line is we're home. We're back to where we started from, thank Christ. Down into Lithgow now to find some sort of reserve we can wash ourselves, because my feet are completely charred from walking through the bush. I will bid you farewell. Adios.